Hey, I'm back at it again, y'all. I'm trying to get this. Look, I done colored it now, and I'm trying to get me some definition, so I won't be going down there looking like sea hag. So look, got my little conditioner. I love this lemongrass. So look, I'm on the job. This is some ghetto shit right here. On the job doing doing my hair. Hello. Hey. That's not doing that. No. Okay. We outside for my coffee break. Yes, ma'am. Yes, that's where they live. They live outside, so we cannot disturb their home. Cover that back up. Thank you. That's why Miss Angela put that down. Excuse me. Huh? Let's cover that up. No. There's that pouring water down there. I'm not gonna give you water just to pour it up there. If y'all want to do anything, you have to pull all of them up these weeds right here. All of them. Right here. Pull them up. Pull them up. Just all that up right there. Right over there. You can use all the tools right there. The rake. It's a bird. Now you can help them go over there. So look, I'm trying to get the little body together a little bit, so I won't be looking too bad. But yeah, we outside. I'm on the coffee break, and I'm trying to get this. Yeah, you can use the shovels right there. All right there. You can put your cups over there on those picnic tables. So everywhere around the picnic tables or whatever, y'all can pull up all those. Pull that all up. Thank you. Thank you. Usually we have I have an area where we usually dig. We're going to be planting next week, so we'll be planting. So let's talk about what's been going on. Now I've been seeing, I'm from Fort Wayne, Indiana, and there's an issue going on here. We have a lady. Did I take a picture of it? Yeah. Let me see if I don't know if I did. Hey, no, not that one. Give me that one. Yeah. Yeah, you can. Hold on a second. No. Decide. Not that one. And no, we're not playing the same. That's why. But I say we're not doing that. This is not for you. Okay? You play with one of the smaller ones. You got to figure it out. Yeah, you play with that. Yeah, we gotta move, Preston. No, no, Preston, it's not for you. So we're not in the sandbox. Okay. Hold on. Okay, we're going to the way. We're over there. Okay. Yeah. Look, y'all over here is doing video thing. Here. Move my things over here. So this is what we're doing. Just breaking it up. That's what you're doing. Know that. That's what you're doing. Okay? Yeah, no, that's what we're doing. So you can pull it low. Okay, well, you can use the paper back over there. Yeah, they like to dig up my yard, so they want to dig up something. I got some work for them to do, and they can pull up all the weeds in the play area. But there's a situation going on here. I thought I might have had a clipping of it, but an older lady here in my town. Her name was Anita Grayson. She's 75 years old, older black woman. She went to a Tim Hortons to let me see, I'm gonna pull it up on my laptop and let y'all see it. But she went to a Tim Hortons for coffee and donuts or whatever, honey, and ended up dying, honey, because they jumped on the woman. Yes, they did. They jumped on her. Let me see if I can pull it up so y'all can see it. They jumped on her. I don't know what kind of altercation it was, but it was, oh Lord, but it was a young Caucasian female that jumped on this lady, and ultimately the lady died. And people were saying, "Oh, the older black lady hit the girl first." No, the young lady or whoever was white had their hands. You could see in the camera that they had their hands on her shoulder. So the older woman pushed the people back. Honey, they jumped her. I mean, they wore this woman out. They wore her out. The woman, 75 years old, when they called the police, they said it was a battery incident. And the older woman, this happened May 13th. They just now put it on the news here. And like I said, I'm from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Yes, I'm from Fort Wayne, Indiana. It happened probably from the distance from my house to where it happened at. It's probably like maybe 3 miles, 3, 4, maybe. So the woman was just trying to get some beverages and some or coffee or something. And it went all the way left. Let me see if I can pull it up and then I'll let y'all see it. But the lady, she was 75 years old and she died. And the thing about it is, nobody's been arrested. Nobody. Nobody's been arrested. There are several videos that came out. When they first said that when she was unresponsive when the police came, they said she fell out the chair. That's what was told. Now, honey, I don't know if it's all is true or whatever. But we have is like a nosy neighbor app. But even if you Google her name is Anita Grayson. And she was 75-year-old black lady and was beaten by some white people at the at your local Tim Hortons here in Fort Wayne on Lima Road. Because I was trying to tell my mom about it. My mom was like, "Well, what was she doing? What happened?" I said, "The old woman would have been better off going to the club." But let me go to my page. I know I had posted because even my daughter had sent me something in Messenger about the issue. So they're supposed to be having like a protest downtown. Okay, because let me see. Let me back it up. Let me flip my camera around and see if y'all can see it. Can you see? Okay, that's the old lady. Look at this. See, the woman is on the ground, and that girl's wailing on her. Let me back it up a little bit more so I can back it up so you can see it, so you can get the whole full effect. See, the lady pushed her and she pushed her back. Look at this. And just wailed on that older lady. Now, that's one video. Let me back it up again. Let you see it. So there's no sound. But yeah, that was then I had another one. Let's see here. So it happened at the Tim Hortons. And this is a video posted online by the woman's daughter. But the lady ultimately passed away from it. And this is the girl who did it. Honey, they had it on the news a little bit. But this is the woman who passed away. Her name was Anita Ann Grayson, 75 years old. Was brutally beaten to death by August Honor. Let me find August. So we had this lady, she's talking about it. To death at a Tim Hortons our local news stations have barely spoke on the subject at all. They actually labeled it as there was an altercation resulting in this woman's death. But the video came out today, and what we all said that there was no altercation. Yeah, you could see that there was like some words being exchanged. And this is the funky ass employee that decided to put her hands on 75-year-old Anita Grayson and beat her to death. The video's out there. I'm not going to post it. I'm not going to share it on here because it's not pretty. There's nothing good about it. It's horrible, and I'm sure it'll get taken down. If you think this sounds crazy and it's hard to believe, I get it. I felt the same way, and then I saw it with my own eyes, and it's disgusting. And what's equally as disgusting is nothing is being done. Again, no arrest. Fort Wayne PD isn't doing shit. The news station is painting this picture like they were throwing balloons. Like the video's out there. And regardless, let's say worst case, they were arguing and you kept telling her to leave and she wasn't leaving, and you called the cops. You do not ever have the right to put your hands on anybody, let alone an elderly woman. So I'm talking about it here to hopefully bring attention to it so this family can get some justice. I don't personally know this family, but I don't need to. This is insane. The fact that nobody was even arrested that day is wild to me. So if you could, please help me spread the word so this family can get So let's go back to, this is her. Her name was Anita Ann Grayson. We demand justice tomorrow, May 20th, from 3 to 7 at the Alvin County courthouse. So I'll go down there tomorrow. It's my grandson's first birthday, but I will go down there tomorrow. So yeah, that's what's been going on here. So, I mean, that's ridiculous. When I first seen it, I didn't know if it was, I think I seen it last week, but I hadn't heard anything about it. So I'm like, how true is this? Or even if this is going on in Fort Wayne, you know? And then I seen another guy who usually posts like funny, like comedic stuff. He had posted about it, like nothing is happening, nothing. Nobody is, being arrested. I said, because guarantee you, if that was an older white woman got beat down by some black people, somebody would have went to jail. They would have went to jail that day. They would have went to jail. Wouldn't have been no investigation. No, somebody would have went to jail. They would have, you'd have went to jail and then you had to prove yourself innocent. That's how that would have worked out. But honey, in this case, they're trying to get some justice for their mom. So yeah, I am gonna do my part. I'm gonna go down there tomorrow, and it's supposed to be tomorrow at 3, from 3 to 7. So I'll probably make it down there around 5, because hopefully I plan on trying to get most of my shopping. Look, I'm trying to get ready to go to Florida, so get most of my shopping done, and I'll be down. Look, this hair ain't coming down to Thursday morning. So I'll be down there looking crazy with this stuff in my hair, but I'm going down there to support, because that is definitely not right. And even if that older woman, even if they was to say like, oh, she pushed her first, which you could clearly see that the young woman, because I thought it was a boy, the young woman had put her hands on the older lady first. Let's take that back over there. Again, I say we outside. So they over there, they're doing some gardening. You get another one. There's another one. Go get another one. You can't take it from her. You can't take it from her. I have twins here that always fight. So yeah, so I'm talking about Anita Grayson. Please, guys, look it up. Post her picture. I should have hashtagged Anita Grayson. But there needs to be justice. Like again, I say I'm here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, where I'm located, and nothing has happened. They did talking about on the news this morning because enough people have actually got on social media and talked about it because they were just acting. This happened last week, and honey, they just skimmed over this so quick, talking about an altercation, which led to a woman dying. But no, that old woman was beat. You know, my mom, she just turned 70. And, you know, it was one thing, you know, if the woman would have been, you know, still up boxing, the lady was on the ground. Knocked the, you know, the lady was knocked to the ground. I could not imagine. Here, I'm thinking my mama going to the coffee shop to go and get some coffee and stuff and end up deceased. And not even that, just deceased, but to get in an altercation with somebody 50 years younger, it's crazy. So yeah, I'm putting look, gonna put some curls in my hair. Look, I haven't had my hair. I usually get my hair interlocked, but because I feel like my hair is thinning, I feel like it's thinning to me, and that's the whole reason why I went natural because I'm like I don't feel like my hair is thick as it used to be. And I, you know, I understand I'm getting older, but it don't feel as thick in certain spots, and I'm a little, you know, because let me tell you, if y'all start seeing me taking a whole bunch of trips to Texas, y'all already know I'm down there getting the alopecia, whatever, locks, braids, whatever. You just gonna know my hair gonna look good. But because I don't like getting my hair, I think they suggest maybe every 8 weeks or something to get them interlocked. I don't feel like my hair grow that quick to get them interlocked like that every 8 weeks. I like a little afro underneath there because therefore my I feel like my head my I don't like my scalp to show. I don't like the parts because to me the parts be looking the parts be a little separated in spots. I'd be like, oh, and it's not really the crop. The top of my hair is kind of more back here where I feel like it's a little bit more thin. And I remember my beautician used to always tell me before I started going natural, girl, no, your hair is a different texture right there. I'm like, nah, my hair ain't that. My hands ain't never just slide over like that quick and that easy. Get from behind that house. That's not where we supposed to be at. Get from behind the house. Be where I told you to be at. Right there. Pick all you got. All that you can pick up. Get from behind that dollhouse. Right there. Don't you see all that? Pick all that up. Y'all want to pick stuff up? They love to dig in my grass. And honey, I get my grass treated and cut once a well, it gets cut once a week. No, Braxton. We're not digging holes there. You need to use one of those little rakes. You know, put the shovel back. We're gonna use the shovel when we start planting our seeds. And as always, you can have a million and one things to do outside. Everybody wants to do the same thing. So that's kind of what's going on here. But yeah, may I help you? Nuh-uh. No, 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 no. That's not for little kids. So I need you to go over there. Thank you. Yes. Yes, you need to go over there. hmm So yeah, but like again, I say let's say her name. Her name is Anita Ann Grayson, 75-year-old woman who was brutally beaten to death by August Honor. I thought I had a because this is the guy who I actually saw. Let me just move my camera over here. I actually saw talk about, and he's the guy who does like a lot of what's up, y'all? I know y'all used to making funny content, man. Things like that. Today it's a different type of video, unfortunately. Um, here in Fort Wayne, at a local restaurant, Tim Hortons, on the road, elderly black woman was unfortunately, unalive by black police. And we have yet to gain any attention from it from the police. Anything, no arrest has been made. It hasn't made the news, national headlines, nothing. And this is a recurring event that we unfortunately face as a minority in Fort Wayne, Indiana. It's crazy.
that we can't go out and have food. A 75-year-old woman has her life cut short over a dispute or anything. That makes you put your hands on her. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is August Horner. Now, she was the employee who thought it's a good idea to go ahead and attack this elderly woman, which then led to her demise. You feel me? So take that wheel with you, Nate. This is who it is. Anyway, I'm not using my platform to say do this to her, do that to her, but some consequences need to happen. You feel me? We need to go in the right direction with this. Wayne 1521 alive.
That's our news channels. The local news.
We held the Jeep Pataki out here doing anything and everything, bro. Y'all not doing shit. I'm tired of this, bro. We're tired of this. And let me get out the Jeep.
So that's the guy who he usually creates funny videos. Like the most, he would do like the famous people in Fort Wayne. You know, some of the people that's famous from Fort Wayne. We have Rod Woodson, who played for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We had who else came from here? We got a couple guys that were both in the Super Bowl one year. A lot of football players from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Um, Actually, I went to school one, and then we have who else? We had when Master P used to play on our little basketball league here. It was the Fort Wayne Fury, I think, at the time. Master P, he came and played here. So Fort Wayne is a town that has about 300,000 people here. We have a black mayor, a black female mayor, and the only reason why we got her because our mayor at the time, who had he's been the mayor for a long time, at least 12 years. He had won his race. I think he knew he was sick already. But what happened was, since he won the race on the Democrat ticket, so not much after he was inaugurated, he had his wife had passed. She had some kind of cancer. She died. He died like 6 weeks later. So then the Democrats had to do whatever because the way the state law is, they have something like whoever is the mayor and what party is in power, then they follow those guidelines. And it was something within the party and the people in city council or whatever, and they voted for her. So we have Sharon Tucker, a lady, she's about my age. She's somewhere about 53. And black girl, went to Paul Harding High School, and that is our mayor. Would have never thunk it. Would have never thunk it. Fort Wayne, pretty, I would say, it's kind of conservative a little bit, but we do get Democrat mayors. I think a lot of people split tickets here. So, but when you have, it's probably liberal as Indianapolis, and definitely not as liberal as like what they call it. I think it's Lake County, which we have Gary Hammond and all that, because that's black, black, black. Fort Wayne, the percentage I think of blacks is probably 19%, but we're kind of like all concentrated in one area. And one thing about the blacks here in Fort Wayne, especially Gen Xers and older, most of the Gen Xers that was raised here in Fort Wayne, our grandparents all knew each other. Most of everybody's grandparents came from Alabama, except from like on my dad's side. They all from Missouri and Mississippi. But my mom now, and because Fort Wayne is considered the city of churches, so most of our grandparents all went to the same churches. My grandmother came to Fort Wayne because of my grandfather was told about a girl in Alabama. And that went to, they all went to church together in Alabama, but this girl that was still down in Alabama, they became pen pals and they met and got married and brought her up to Fort Wayne. But most everyone here is really gives you a real small town feel. But I would say most of the blacks here in Fort Wayne, because that's what they always say, like my parents' age, the first thing they would say, well, who your people? Because most of the people here know each other now. So that's how it kind of works here in Fort Wayne. Most of the blacks, especially the ones Gen Xers and older, They know, the grandparents know this. Yeah, that's so and so's. That's how we know. Oh, you have several different families. I didn't even realize my grandmother's family was that big here in Fort Wayne. Because my grandma, if you ain't go to church, she ain't associate with you. I didn't realize because we always go to the family reunion, but half of the people who would go to the family reunion, if it's in Fort Wayne, then they'll probably all come and crash it. But they're not going to the ones everywhere else. My mom hosted one here in Fort Wayne, but excuse me, Jaylee, we don't stand on the tables. Please get off my table. Thank you. So, for the most part, I didn't know until I went to one of the family members who always go to the reunions. She passed away, an older lady she would probably be my grandmother's first cousin. And I got to seeing all these people I done went to school with, and then some people that even had beef with had no idea that we was closely related. Because like I said, if you didn't go to church, my grandma had nothing to do with you. So I didn't even know she had it. I didn't even know like down the street from my grandma's house was my grandmother's first cousin on her mother's side. But I didn't know. Quit. This is not yours. You had another cup. Go get me your cup. This is not your cup. Where's your cup at? Why? What you do with it? Can you bring it here? Where's the cup at? Go get it. Yes. So I had no idea, but just to say that we have a lot of, like families that married into other families. Yes. Give me 1 second. Oh no. That's okay. Excuse me. Get back. There's you. Wait. There's a bear's cup. Where a cup at? No, it's not. Oh, I see it. Okay. Javea, here your cup right here, baby. A cup. Right here. Sandra. That's your cup. There your cup. There you go. It could be, yeah. They having water breaks. But yeah, so all that to say is the Black community here um, pretty much knows everyone. Like I said, it's a city of churches. Most people go to the same churches. So even though, we're only a small percentage here, we do stand out. So, and Fort Wayne is the second biggest city in Indiana. Okay. So a lot of people were like, nah, we bigger than y'all. No, 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 no. We the second biggest. Um, it used to be the most, reasonable place to live until shoot, I don't know, COVID hit and then Brenton went up everywhere because it didn't used to be like that here. You could come and work a good, a nice, blue collar job and live good, you know, live good and have you at least 2,000 square foot home, house with a big backyard, and doing well because the cost of living here was nice, but not everything is sky high because you can even look at my backyard, it's over here modest living. And I'm in like in an older suburb. It's not really suburbs, but it's on the outskirts of town basically. But the situation what happened with that lady, it happened on the north, kind of, I guess we'll say the northwest side of town. And hey, no, excuse me one moment. We're not digging over there. Thank you. We're not. Y'all not about to tear holes over there. So put the shovels back in the sandbox. Thank you. Put it in the sandbox. Thank you. You drank it all up? Good job. Yes, put it back in the sandbox. And we're not playing in the sandbox. No, Lucas. We're not. Don't you get in there. Thank you. You want some? You want water? Yeah. Okay. And here we go. Thank you. That's why we gotta get them kids together, honey. Uh. Preston. Preston. Put that away. Y'all gonna play on the merry-go-round and the monkey bars. Preston. Lucas, don't sit on that. Thank you. So I don't know what you did with it, but we're not gonna sit on the picnic tables, huh? I don't know. Is my water? I don't know. Is there water in there? Yeah. So like I was saying, hello. Preston, get back. Jaylee, stop for y'all hit him. But yeah, the lady, she ultimately died, and no one's been held accountable. And look, they didn't. The Tim Hortons, the inside been closed up. They only doing drive through there. It's a dang old shame. So yeah, looks like the lady, she has a daughter named Tonda Grayson, because she's the one who put the video out. I don't know if there's a GoFundMe for her or whatever. Thank you. But it's a shame that this lady even lost her life. And honey, the way that young lady was beating on her, especially you done knocked her to the ground. So there's no point in just continuously, beating this old lady. I couldn't even understand it. I'm like, but we live in a no. Thank you. We live in a different day and time. As when I came up, it's just some things you just would have never thought people would do to an older person. But these young people, they don't care. They don't care at all. They don't care. So, but the older lady only pushed that girl back when the girl put her hands on her, because you could see her hands. So the lady had on a dark shirt, and you could see a white hand on this older lady. So like on TikTok, I've been seeing people from every walk of life and from every different place sound the alarm on this situation. Yeah, so So that's it. So I'm gonna put one more in and then get to go in here and get their lunches together. Yeah, but all I usually do is just twist mine and roll it with the pipe cleaners, and then I'll let the I ain't taking these rollers out probably till I get to the airport. I don't know, 'cause if I can make it through the thing with them in my hair, I am. If I can, I just it's I can make it through there. I don't normally go to the airport with bonnets or anything on my head, but it depends on how dry I feel like my hair is. And that's the only thing, with locks, it just takes forever. And I might probably Wednesday night sit up under the hair dryer just to see if it's how dry it is. But yeah, but that's about it. So yeah, spread the word. There's an older black lady here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, that was unalived during an assault at the Tim Hortons by the employees after a dispute. And honey, I don't know what the dispute was about, but you could clearly see in the videos that the younger woman initiated the brawl. She initiated the brawl by putting her hands on that older lady. And the older lady pushed her back, and that girl pushed her, and honey was on and popping. And the older woman was knocked to the ground and then just beaten. So, but if any of you guys got likes, how y'all do y'all's? Because I just want mine to look full. I style them, you know. I'll probably go and get I'm gonna get my eyebrows uh, done today. My little lashes, my cousins want me to do their makeup. I ain't no more makeup in a little bit. I mean, I like put some eyeliner and stuff. I don't really be doing that because half the time I can't see to put my. I need to get some really do contacts, but I don't like put stuff in my eye. That's why I have a hard time putting lashes on. But I would so I can see better when I'm trying to do my own makeup. So I can do somebody else's. Lucas, get from out of there, okay? So yeah, I want to have me some curls. We got three different looks we got to do. We got one for the best dress. I think that's Thursday night. Um, or either no, it might be Friday night. Or no, Friday night might be the white party on the yacht. So I got a white outfit. It'll take me two white outfits just in case the one don't work out. I got an outfit in the pants at the alteration right now. I'm supposed to be able to pick them up tomorrow at 4. So and that's supposed to be for the best dress. So I could be able to, rock my little stuff, and I think I'm gonna be cute. Um, I don't. Yesterday I tried to go to the bone doctor. It didn't work out. I got there late. It was pouring down, raining real bad. I couldn't see, and we got construction going on all over the place. So I caught myself taking an alternate route that took me forever. Because it'll never take you that long to get anywhere in Fort Wayne. But normally would be about a 20-minute drive. It took me about almost 45 minutes. My daughter was like, "Dang, what you do?" I said, "Well, I had to get gas first, but then the alternate route I took trying to beat the traffic, it just didn't work out. So, so I got to go back on. I think the second, and hopefully, I'll be going to the one that's closer to my house because the other one is like about 20 miles away." And then you just got all kind of construction going on. And I understand that it's construction season. I used to do construction for a living for years, so I know how that goes. I just try to go around it. That's what I usually try to do. um, and that's the way it works out, you know. So I used to babysit the jobs in Tesco too. You know, the laborers around here get paid real good. So I don't know, but you know, the union laborers here they get paid really, really well. You know, yeah, you know, union laborers they and all the benefits on top of it. Yeah, makes for a good life, honey. So yeah, but that's it. That's all. Let me get back to the kids and get lunch together. So that's my little spiel. I gotta finish doing this hair, but Brandy and I should be on tonight. So I gotta put together my thumbnail and stuff for this evening, and we should be on at 9:30, and we'll be discussing episodes 6 and 7 of Real Housewives of Atlanta down there in Dallas. And this week it's the 3Ds, but it's a drama, dynasty, and diamonds, in whatever order. But yeah, that's it. That's all. I'll talk to you guys later.